Lost soul, what happened to my friend after visiting an old cemetery? Picture this, my dear readers. It was a moonless night, the kind that cloaks the world in darkness and casts a veil of mystery over everything it touches. The wind whispered through the ancient trees, sending shivers down my spine. And there I stood, at the entrance of an old cemetery that held secrets untold. Let me take you back a few days to when it all began. My friend, Alex, had always been drawn to the supernatural, the unexplained. He was fascinated by the idea that there was something beyond our realm, lurking in the shadows. So, when he discovered an abandoned cemetery, buried deep within the woods, his excitement knew no bounds. "Come with me," Alex pleaded, eyes gleaming with a mixture of fear and anticipation. "We'll uncover the truth together." Curiosity got the better of me, and against my better judgment, I agreed to accompany him. Little did I know the horrors that awaited us in that desolate place. As we stepped foot inside the cemetery, an eerie silence descended upon us. The gravestones stood like ancient sentinels, weathered and worn by the passage of time. Alex's flashlight cut through the darkness, casting long, distorted shadows that seemed to dance on the graves. The air grew heavy with an otherworldly presence, and a chill crept up my spine. I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched, that something malevolent lurked just beyond our vision. But we pressed on, driven by our insatiable curiosity. Suddenly, we stumbled upon a grave that seemed different from the rest. The headstone was adorned with intricate carvings, depicting scenes of despair and anguish. It sent a shiver down my spine, but Alex seemed drawn to it like a moth to a flame. "Look at this," Alex whispered, his voice trembling. "Something isn't right here." As I approached the grave, a gust of wind blew through the cemetery, extinguishing our only source of light. Panic washed over me, and I fumbled in the darkness, desperate to find my way. But something was wrong. I could hear Alex's frantic screams, pleading for help, but they seemed distant, as if they came from a different realm altogether. I stumbled upon a small object on the ground, and as my hands closed around it, a blinding light erupted from within. When my eyes adjusted, I found myself standing in the middle of the cemetery alone, the gravestones looming over me like silent spectators. "Alex? Where are you?" I called out, my voice trembling with fear. But there was no response. It was as if he had vanished into thin air, swallowed by the darkness itself. My heart pounded in my chest, and a feeling of dread washed over me. I knew I had to find answers, to uncover the truth behind this haunting place. But the cemetery seemed to stretch on for miles, the paths twisting and turning like a labyrinth designed to confuse and disorient. As I stumbled through the graves, a sense of unease settled upon me. It was as if the souls of the departed were reaching out, their whispers echoing in my ears. I could feel their pain, their sorrow, their longing for release. Hours turned into days, and still, I was trapped within the confines of that cursed cemetery. Hunger gnawed at my stomach, and exhaustion weighed heavily on my weary bones. But I refused to give up. I had to find Alex, to bring him back from whatever nightmare he had been swallowed by. With each passing day, the darkness grew thicker, more suffocating. Shadows seemed to come alive, dancing among the graves, their ethereal forms taunting me, mocking my desperation. I stumbled upon a crypt, its iron gates creaking open with an invitation I couldn't resist. Inside, I found a book, aged and worn, its pages filled with incantations and forgotten rituals. It revealed a harrowing truth about the cemetery. It was a gateway to the afterlife, a place where lost souls wandered, trapped between worlds, yearning for redemption. Driven by a newfound determination, I followed the instructions within the book, desperate to break the curse that held me captive. The rituals were complex, the words foreign and ancient, but I pressed on, fueled by the hope that I could save my friend. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, a blinding light engulfed me, piercing through the darkness. When my eyes adjusted, I found myself standing outside the cemetery, the moon shining brightly overhead. But I was alone. Alex was still lost, trapped within that desolate place. To this day, I carry the weight of that experience, haunted by the memories of that cursed cemetery. I can't help but wonder, dear readers, what happened to my friend? Is he forever condemned to wander among the lost souls, a mere shadow of his former self? The old cemetery still stands, hidden within the depths of the woods, its secrets waiting to be discovered by those foolish enough to seek them. So, I caution you, my dear readers, be wary of the unknown. For once you step foot into the realm of the lost souls, there may be no escaping their clutches. Sleep well tonight, if you can, and remember, not all darkness can be banished by the light of day.